Everyone's financial situation is different, but as financial planners who work with hundreds of families across the U.S., we have the unique position to see some common themes. Hi, I'm Lori, an advice-only financial planner with Abundo Wealth, and I want to share the most common questions we've heard from clients this past year. And if these questions are on your mind, know you're not alone. Number 1, am I on track to retire? We get this question from people in their 30s to people in their 50s, and many are doing all the right things like saving in their 401k and IRA accounts, but just aren't sure what it all means. Are they saving enough for retirement? Financial planners can help with detailed projections to see how you're on track and what course corrections you may need to take. When we talk with clients, we want to talk about what retiring means to them and help think through options like career changes, part-time work, and realistic spending goals. That sometimes leads to thinking about retirement in different ways. And it's okay if you're not sure. Having a plan gives you options for the future. Number 2, how do I balance spending and saving? We love retirement accounts, but contrary to typical advice, not everyone needs to max out their retirement savings every single year. There are a lot of demands on your money, and there are going to be portions of your life when spending is more important than saving. Things like daycare, caring for a relative, home repairs, or even starting a new business or having more adventures with your family. As financial planners, we provide confidence you can balance spending and saving by offering a clear path of trade-offs and taking a long view. As long as you have a long-term plan that works, we help people use their money to improve their lives when they need it most. Number 3, how can I reduce my taxes? The big secret here is that there really are many secrets. The annual tax breaks available to most people are pretty well known, like the HSA, health savings accounts, the dependent care FSA, maximizing tax-deferred accounts like your 401k. There's really no magic, unfortunately. But there can be quite a bit of magic in an effective long-term tax planning. When you zoom out a few decades, there can be tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars in total lifetime taxes that can be saved by thinking strategically about your overall tax liability. This includes Roth conversions when you're in a lower tax bracket, account drawdown strategies, making smart charitable donations, and an asset location strategy to coordinate fixed income in your tax-deferred accounts. Number 4, is it a good time to buy a house? As the single biggest purchase most people will ever make in their lives, it's no surprise this is one of the top questions we hear, and it's become especially tricky with the higher interest rates we now have. So to help with an answer, we get into the details of what a home purchase could mean and ask questions like, why do you want to own a home? Do you plan to live in the house for at least 5 years, if not longer? Will you be able to comfortably afford all the costs of home ownership? And not just the mortgage payment. And how secure is your income? Will you be able to maintain a solid emergency fund? When these answers come into focus, oftentimes people come to a different conclusion than where they started. Number 5, should I pay off my mortgage early? For those people with mortgage rates under 4%, the answer leans pretty heavily towards no, don't pay it down. If you can earn more in a savings account than the rate of the mortgage, it usually doesn't make a lot of sense to pay it off early. But what if you have a 6 or 7% mortgage rate? That's where it's not as straightforward, since it's hard to beat a 7% guaranteed return if you begin to pay the loan down. And what if you can refinance to a lower rate later and now you've given up that extra cash you used to pay towards your loan? This is where it truly depends. It depends on your savings goals, your timeline to retirement, and how you feel about carrying debt. Number 6, is now a good time to invest? This is an easy one. Yes. We never know the future, so we can only really look to the past. We know the stock market goes up over the long run, so we believe every day is a good day to invest. The key is investing for the long term in a way that works for your tolerance for risk, and having a healthy emergency fund so you don't feel tempted and sell your long-term investments when things get bumpy. These are the most common questions we've heard as advice-only financial planners. Are you struggling with answering some of these common questions for yourself? Leave a comment or feel free to reach out to us on our website in the links below. We're always happy to help. Abundo Wealth is an advice-only financial planning firm on a mission to make low-cost investment and financial advice accessible to everyone. And if you like getting regular tips on practical financial topics, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.